Hey guys, Ash here from C4 Tech along with my co-host Sundar who has hit my trusty SIM ejector tool, and welcome to another episode of Ash Answers. Ash Answers is a show where we answer the questions that you tweet out on Twitter using the hashtag Ash Answers. So without further ado,
Let's get
let's get to the questions.
Do you think Xiaomi has actually changed our perception of value for money, or as Ash would say, bang for your buck? Are we going too hard on other brands for not being as price sensitive as Xiaomi? Your thoughts on this?
Well, I would say yes and no to an extent. So sometimes brands get criticized for not being Xiaomi, which I don't agree with. At times it's like priced extremely high. Now, for example, this Oppo F5 is priced extremely high. This is the red variant. It's got a Helio P23 chip inside, and it's priced at 25,000 bucks, 64 gigs storage, 6 gigs RAM. The other variant, the 32 gig storage, 4 gig RAM variant is at 19,990. So 5,000 bucks extra for 32 gigs extra storage and 2 gigs extra RAM makes no sense, right? Yes, it looks nice. But yeah, that's one. At the same time, now let's assume that the Oppo F5 was priced at 15-18K. It's still not as good value as Mi 5. You can't really be critical. It's okay-ish. It's definitely not the best in class, but best in value, but it's okay for what it
Something like
is.
the F3 Plus
F3 Plus is a great example.
or Oppo R11?
R11 never launched in India, so
Yeah, but
again, R11 is an example. At 29,999 for a Snapdragon 660, we've seen brands come up with Snapdragon 630s and 625s at late 20s, early 20s. Moto's done quite a bunch of it, and people don't hate on Moto. But when Oppo launches a R11 at 29, it was around 29,000 bucks in China. I never launched in India, but even then it gets called overpriced. It's basically the OnePlus 5T. OnePlus 5, but just instead of 835, it's 660, and instead of Oxygen OS, it's Color OS. So at times we tend to be hard on these brands, but for the most part, brands do deserve it from time to time. So it's kind of a mix of both, is what I'd say.
do you think launching Mi 7 with Sundar display would mean the death of Mi Mix range of phones?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, it probably is, right?
It probably won't be though. I think it would give
I feel
Xiaomi.
that the reason Xiaomi introduced the Mi Mix series is to like experiment with bezel-less displays, so that they could bring it to the already successful Mi flagship series later.
See, I would kind of beg to differ on this one. So right now there are two different kinds of displays that are masquerading as one. One is your bezel-less, the Mi Mix. That's nice, right? So I pulled a Sundar today. So one is your bezel-less displays like Mi Mix, and now he's afraid if he's not put on silent. All right, and then you've got your 18:9 displays. So this is an 18:9. This is not bezel-less. So I'm guessing the Mi 7 would come with an 18:9 display, wherein you'd still have a chin
Slim
up top.
bezels up top and
Yeah.
bottom.
Whereas the Mix, it comes without anything up top. Yes, this time they did include a earpiece, but the camera still goes to the bottom, and it looks different. Something like that. The essential phone. So they're gonna go with something of that kind, and probably in the future, when technology allows it, try to go all display to the front. Whereas Mi 7 would be a little bit more mainstream. So right now that the mainstream has moved towards 18:9, they're probably gonna go 18:9 on the Mi 7. It would be really odd if they don't, given that the Redmi Note 5 and both the Redmi 5, to which we have leaks, videos
But
that
then
we're gonna put cards for over here. They come with the 18:9 displays. It'd be really awkward to see the Mi 7 at 16:9.
But then there won't be a lot of difference between the Mix series and the Mi series.
What's the difference between the Mi 5S and the Mi 5X and the Mi 5S Plus and the Mi Note 2 and the Mi 5 and the Mi 5 Pro? I'm just saying Xiaomi, or what's the difference between a Redmi 4A and a 5A and a Redmi 3S
3S
something?
Prime.
Yeah. So it's like Xiaomi is not, as of today at least, they don't mind cannibalizing their own series. So it's just a theory.
Which product you would expect from Xiaomi to launch in India apart from mobile phones?
What about you? I'm gonna go with the pressure cooker, electric cooker. I'm sorry. They did do that.
Seriously?
Toothbrush.
I'd go with some lights.
Actually,
Philips lights are very expensive here.
yeah. I mean, everybody's immediate answer is gonna go to TVs, but
Yeah, how did I forget that?
yes,
Definitely.
TVs are cool.
Yeah, but
Xiaomi's
then we
TVs.
do have Woos and TCLs.
Exactly. Xiaomi's TVs are a tad better, at least from what we've seen. They're kind of modular to an extent.
Okay.
You can swap out stuff and all that. But for me, the biggest thing here is the lights, because Xiaomi's, what do you say, the E lights, the bulbs, it's not as good as what Philips offers. They're a little less brighter, but what Philips charges like 6,000, 7,000 bucks for, Xiaomi gives it for 1,500 bucks. So that's like, undercutting Philips by a lot. So I really think those kind of things would work really well in India. Again, the E-light strips are extremely good. We use them a lot. So I think something like that would help. That's what I'd like to see from Xiaomi.
Can I use 2 RAMs of different speeds in my PC if both speeds are supported by the motherboard?
It's not even addressed to us. It's addressed to Dhananjay.
Okay.
But then there's a hashtag Ash Answers on it. I don't know, dude. Whoa, who am I trying to ask? But anyway, now that Sundar picked all the questions today, so different speeds in my PC, if both are supported. Yes, you can, but it would run at the lowest speed between both. And again, I think it would affect dual channel. If it's not the same stick, similar sticks, dual channel wouldn't kick in.
Instead of Redmi 5A, how about a Redmi 4 with a metal body, better processor, better battery, fingerprint sensor for 2K more? Worth it?
Yeah, Xiaomi already did it. It's called the Redmi 4 Prime, which is not sold in India. The Redmi 4 Prime comes with a full HD display, a Snapdragon 625 chip, the same metal unibody with a fingerprint scanner and it was priced at 9,999 in
Basically
India.
a smaller Redmi Note 4.
Exactly. Not the same camera as the Redmi Note 4, but the same camera as the Redmi 4, but then both aren't great. So it doesn't really matter. And for 2K more, I mean, they can't do it for 2K more. You can't expect it at 6,999, but at 9,999, I really wish they'd launched it in India. But then again, it seems like Xiaomi launched it and then they decided, oh my god, we're giving way too much value for this price. Let's pull it. Because even in China, that model isn't heard of anymore. They aren't really pushing it.
Which one?
The Redmi 4 Prime.
Redmi 4 Prime. What areas would you like Samsung to improve or change in the S9 compared to the Note 8?
Fingerprint sensor, fingerprint sensor, fingerprint sensor, fingerprint sensor, fingerprint sensor. Placement. I don't know, Samsung's been pretty cool overall. UI isn't too bad. Of course, it loses out on speed tests. I mean, that helps us, good clickbaity videos. Phone half the price, kills the Samsung. That's nice. But then for day-to-day usage, Samsung phones are cool. Displays, they are industry leaders with displays, so nothing to complain about there. Cameras are again amazing. I'm pretty sure that Samsung would come with a portrait mode for their selfie camera this time. Because
definitely.
once Pixel's done it, and now we've got brands like Oppo doing it with the F5 and
Huawei
stuff.
with the 9i.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Samsung would do it. But what I would really like to see different is basically that fingerprint scanner placement.
I'm
Please,
pretty
Samsung.
sure they'll change, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Do you think Xiaomi is messing up the things by launching many devices in budget category?
So on today's episode of Ash Answers about Xiaomi, we only have Xiaomi questions so far.
Yeah. Okay. I'll skip this then.
No Skippy. You picked it. Arya is waiting for your answer.
Yeah, I think so. We have the Redmi 4, Redmi 4A, 5A. I mean, the 5 is about to come, launching on December 7.
Not in
China,
India,
at least.
though.
Yeah, in China. So,
I feel like Xiaomi
and then
is...
Redmi Note 4 just got a price cut. And it's, again, that's another phone under 10K now.
Yep. And then I don't know why the Y1 exists or the Y1
Why
Lite.
one? Too many phones, just too many.
Redmi 4A might make sense, but why does the Redmi 5A might make sense, but why the 332 Redmi 5A? At 6,999, why would you buy a 332 Redmi 5A when you could as well get a Redmi 4 at that price? I mean, it's like a little bit of it. Xiaomi seems a lot like Lenovo Moto today. You know, there's just so much self cannibalization. You've got the Moto M, you've got the P2, you've got the Moto G5 Plus. The hell.
What are the next activities and plans on the channel? Something new is coming?
The Threadripper build is coming. We've got the Threadripper in the office, 1950X. We're getting some Cooler Master stuff soon, and we need to finalize and work out the board and stuff. So it's gonna be in the next month. Threadripper is happening really, really soon.
We all love the videos you guys make. How many hours or days you guys put together to make such lovely videos?
So it's more like it takes me around 10 to 15 hours of my work along with 30 minutes of Sundar's work.
I knew you would say something like that. I don't know why I picked this question.
Yeah.
Takes about a day on average for a video, including rendering, uploading, and putting thumbnail description.
If you look at it in terms of man hours, it takes 3 days. It's basically, though it's like in a day, it's like somebody is working on the script, someone's watching it over, there's somebody producing the video, there's someone who's handling the B-rolls, and then we've got, you know, Harris out getting thumbnails. So it's like we are kind of trying to get our act together in terms of efficiency, because it's new. Like working together as a team is something we're just finding our feet with. It's it was just me. And then it was me and another friend of mine who's not with C4 Tech right now. And then Sundar came on, but Sundar was part-time, working part-time, and Harris was working part-time. So then, though Sundar was here, for you guys, a lot might not have changed. Back then, it was Sundar doing his videos, me doing my videos. There wasn't any overlap. Maybe if I missed the B-roll here or there, I'd ask Sundar to get it when he's around. But that's how it was. But right now, it's like every video, no matter who you see, end of the day, you guys might have noticed on unboxings, you see somebody doing the voice or somebody else is
holding the phone, or somebody on a phone call. On a
exactly.
Review.
On reviews again. So we're kind of sharing the workload, trying to find what works best. So overall, in terms of man hours, it takes about 3 days to get one video out.
2018, year of AR and VR for mobiles.
I guess. I don't know. VR, I think we are past VR for an extent.
Past VR.
Because VR it did start off well. Hello. So guys, that was Sundar's dad, you know, the one who bought him his Jaguar and stuff. So they basically ran a business empire. Okay, he bought the Jaguar himself. He's rich.
I didn't. It's his Jaguar.
He found the Jaguar on the road and he just took it and started driving it. What the...
AR and VR.
So I kind of feel we are past VR because it's not being marketed as heavily by brands, and Samsung hasn't pushed out a new Gear VR in months, and
Lenovo
even the existing Gear VR is just kind of a upgrade of the last one. They just swapped micro USB for Type-C, right? So Lenovo has been totally silent. Of course, Facebook keeps crying in a corner, but that's there. I guess, yes, VR we see developments, but 2017 is where it kind of boomed. 2018, I think it's going to mature, but there's not going to be a huge boom. On the AR front, I'm not sure where we're going because, yes, Apple is focusing on it. So Apple's second gen is going to be interesting. So maybe AR, VR expected to mature.
Best budget earphones. The video you have made might be outdated now.
No, unlike smartphones, earphones don't get annual upgrades. They don't get outdated that quickly.
True, but then new ones come up like once in a while. So we try to test out a few more. Because I know of like more.
I'm saying even if you add 2 or 3 more, it doesn't mean the existing list is outdated. As in buying what's top on the list doesn't mean you're gonna get a bad pair of earphones. Why? Because it's not running on the latest version of Earphone OS.
Yeah.
You know, there is no Earphone OS.
For example, like the Smokin' Buds series from Skull Candy, there have been only 2 from them. Okay. Like so far from like, the time they started. Like I think the Smokin' Buds 1 came out like years back, 5 or 6 years back.
Okay. Wow. So they take almost as long as you take to release a VR video. That's cool. If you know what I'm talking about, give this video a thumbs up.
If you don't know which video he's talking about. Do you think Nokia or HMD Global will make any iconic 41 megapixel camera smartphone in the upcoming years?
It depends on how badly the Nokia 8 fails. I mean, if what they are trying to do fails, of course they're going to go for nostalgia. If what they are trying to do works, like the Nokia 9 is a hit, then I don't see them doing 41, because 41 megapixels is not easy to implement, and it comes with its own set of cons, which weren't quite as obvious back in the day, but today it would be a lot more obvious. That's the reason why, if you look at...
Huge.
No, it's not just that. When you look at overall the megapixel race, right? We started off at 2 megapixels, like VGA sensors, 1.3, 2, and then that became 3, 5, 8, and then 8 became 13. We went 16. Some brands expected and went 23, 21, 23. But then there's a huge drop. It's stabilized at 12. Right? Apple was doing 8 while Android was doing 16s and 20s, but now everybody's at 12. Yes, we occasionally do see a 16, but it's all 12 and 16. Yeah, so the megapixel race is kind of, people are looking more towards low light, and
maybe a huge sensor size would be nice.
It would be, but then again,
this one was a 1 by 1.2 or 1 by 1.5 inch sensor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying they could implement it, but even on that sensor, going 20 megapixels would make more sense for them. Yeah. So 41. Kind of doubt it, unless and until what they're doing right now really kind of fails and they have to go and bank on nostalgia. I don't see that happening.
Do you actually think Jio has had a positive impact on YouTube as a platform? I really find some horrible tech channels now, and I agree equipment isn't the key, but do you think there needs to be at least some standard?
Guys, at the end of the day, people are the judge, You guys know what you want to watch, and there are no horrible tech channels. There are just people who want to watch horrible content. If you really feel that way, I'm not calling anything horrible. I'm just saying, end of the day, it is just perception. People do what they want to do. That's the good thing about YouTube, right? You get to turn that camera on and be yourself. And if there are like-minded people, it would work. If there aren't, it doesn't work. So as far as the whole standard thing, the moment you want to implement standards, then it goes from being an open space, an open platform, to a very controlled platform, and that just doesn't work, right? The whole, what's cool about YouTube is the fact that it's really open.
Yeah. And every channel would start off like not that great, right?
Yeah.
The camera, the quality.
The quality of content and all that. Every channel starts that way, and then it matures. It depends on what viewers want. So if there's something you like, go ahead, support that channel, give it a thumbs up. If there's something you dislike, go ahead, vote it down. That's it. So as content creators, we take that feedback and evolve, improve, and all that. So that's just it. A very politically correct answer.
Why brands don't go for a louder single speaker plus dedicated amp like on the Mi A1, or at the very best a dual stereo speaker like on the Vibe X3 in their less than 25k segment? Does it add way more cost, or brands just don't like it?
Pratnesh, if you find the answer to this, please let me know. Guys, it's just that you add a second speaker, it increases how big your phone looks. Everybody wants their phone to look smaller. And if you look at it, all those phones with stereo speakers, we don't have any outstandingly successful phones. HTC didn't do well. I mean, it wasn't because of boom sound, but it had more to do with HTC's marketing. But then again, you don't have any successful stereo speakers. Yes, the ones where the earpiece doubles as a stereo speaker, that works. But front-facing stereo speakers hasn't really done well.
Except the Razer phone, which I've heard is awesome.
Yes, but then is it gonna move numbers? It's getting great media coverage. No arguments from me, but you don't expect it to do as well as even a G6, and G6 didn't do well to begin with. So internal speakers, audio. That's something that you're not gonna see many brands pay attention to, because throw an infinity display on it, it looks fantastic. You can market that. Throw some amazing optics in it, you can market that. Put a selfie camera on it, selfie expert, you can market that. But audio is not something you can market, because audio is something you need to experience, And now, given how much the whole online mentality, online sales and online publication stuff works, not a lot of people are going and getting an in-hand feel. And here's a perfect example of how much an in-store experience makes a difference. Kiki Ranjit has told me over and over again that he loves his Amazon Fire TV stick. Okay. I was like, okay. And I own a NVIDIA Shield TV. I like my NVIDIA Shield TV, but I've never really wanted to switch from an NVIDIA Shield TV. But then I was at a mall a couple of weeks back and I saw this Prime Amazon, demo place, and nobody was really using it. So it's like, okay, this is the one Ranjit was talking about a lot. So let's see how it is. And it was so damn smooth. Okay, it was really smooth. It was almost as smooth as the Shield TV, and the Shield TV is like, what, 4 times more expensive. Yes, the Shield TV does 4K, this doesn't. Shield TV can stream games, it can't. I get all that, but I'm just using the Shield TV to stream media, as in like using it for Hotstar now, Netflix and Amazon Prime. So I really liked it. I bought one, and now I own an Amazon Fire TV stick as well. And as much as I trust Ranjit, the general, whatever he says, my router, I bought it based on his recommendation. So I do trust his point of view on most things. But then again, the Fire TV, I never really felt like I wanted to test it but then when I experienced it myself, some things you need to experience is what I'm trying to say. Sorry about getting sidetracked there. And something like audio, it always needs to be experienced. You can't really portray it in a video, and that is where brands feel, what's the point?
Yeah, you can just go like this in reviews, but then you don't really understand what it actually sounds like. Will you do a top smartphones of the year 2017? If yes, please do it segment-wise, like premium, mid-ranges and budget segments. By the way, love your work, continue to rock us.
Sorry, he has put in way too many freaking hashtags for you to ignore it, buddy. You're gonna read it. Read it.
Hashtag VRC4E, hashtag C4E family, hashtag Poorrash, hashtag Sundar discriminates, hashtag Milo, hashtag fanboy, hashtag Ashances.
You're awesome, buddy. So do you guys want to see a top smartphones of the year 2017? Do you want to see something like that? If yes, you know where to let me know. So head on over to the comments, let us know. And if you guys want to see it, let's get it done. Yeah. And again, do you want us to bring back, we did it last year, C4E Tech, Review Rewind 2016. Rewind. Do you want to see that for 2017?
It's going to be even more awesome.
Exactly, but if you haven't seen it, the 2016 version, here's a card, do check it out.
Why don't you make Ashances with the whole crew together and favorite smartphone of each member of C4E team?
The reason we can't is we already don't have space for 2 people and I need to keep doing this to get him to move. And where do we put a number 3 and a number 4?
Of course, we have wide lens, but then
the wall is really just that big.
We don't show anything else apart from this.
So maybe in the new place we'd put more people on cam. But at this place, it's not going to be possible. The new place, did you pick an apartment hunt update?
No.
Okay, so for those waiting, we bought the place. Everything is cool. We are...
Not the bell.
Yeah. I'm getting some renovations done, so walls are being torn down as we speak.
Is it safe to charge Bluetooth speakers through wall power sockets, or they should be charged only by connecting them to laptop or PC's USB ports?
You should only charge it while facing the north, connected to the Mi Power. I'm kidding, man. No offense. You can charge it any way you want. No issues.
Is the LG V30 worth buying at 20k?
If you can get it to me at 20k, I'd buy it.
Yeah, definitely. Why don't you guys go for an SLI config for your Threadripper build?
Don't want to. There's nothing that a 1080 Ti can't do. We don't really game, and for rendering, SLI doesn't really help out a lot, so makes no sense.
Are you interested in LG V30 cinematic camera? What's your opinion on LG pricing this time?
If you can get it to me at 20k, I'm extremely interested.
I think pricing should be 35 to 40k, but they are launching in India for 47k. Is it worth the money? If it's priced at 35k, means would be a direct competition to OnePlus 5T.
See, LG is never going to be priced at OnePlus prices.
This again brings us back to the first question where we spoke about Xiaomi, value for money and everything.
Yeah, so LG. At 47, it's not bad. Generally, this is where LG would have priced it at 67 just because the Note is at 67 and they don't price under the Note. But this is extremely sensible pricing by LG at 47. Again, just to have you ever seen a LG flagship? Of course, you see LG flagships priced close to OnePlus prices 1 to 2 months after they launch. At launch, it's always priced close to Samsung's, not the OnePlus phones. This time you look at it, Samsung's at 60-ish and OnePlus is at 35. And here we go. OnePlus is at 38, not 35, 38. The higher end variant, 33, 38. And LG's at 47, much more closer to OnePlus rather than Samsung. This is Moto prices if Moto has a premium phone, right? So I guess this is good pricing, but now if they can get a little bit of marketing done right, maybe the V30 might be a good sell.
If you have no phones to review right now, which phone would be your daily driver? Question for both.
Pixel 2.
Knew it.
Pixel. I took a selfie in between Ash answers when we had people outside, like the ice cream guy with making a noise. And there, go check out that picture. That would tell you my current state of mind.
At C40 Tech Instagram. And mine would be the Mi 6.
Yeah, not the iPhone 10. He definitely won't use the iPhone 10.
Do
you actually believe it?
I bought a Mi 6.
I know, but did anybody buy it? Him saying Mi 6, did anybody buy it? Just go back to after Ash Answers last week. Okay, when I was not around, when he was with Harris, did you see the kind of love the iPhone 10 got?
Did it?
Yes, it did. I watched the stream.
Okay, what was
and then I turned it off because like all I could hear was iPhone 10, iPhone 10, iPhone 10, iPhone 10.
Go watch it, guys.
Please don't. I mean, okay, you want to watch it, you don't have to go there and watch it, you can watch it right now. In a nutshell, iPhone 10, iPhone 10, iPhone 10, iPhone 10. That's it. That was after Ash Answers last week. So, those are all the questions that Sundar picked for today's episode of Ash Answers. If you hated this video, go ahead, give it a big, huge thumbs up. Because why? We like thumbs up. I don't care if you hated it or liked it. Just give this
video a thumbs up.
Alright. Jokes apart. Vote it down if you hated it. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button down below or tap it if you're on a phone.
Yeah.
Or just navigate to it with your remote control if you're watching it on Android TV. If you're one of 8 people watching it on Android TV, you can do that too. And also the bell icon, hit it.
Very next to the subscribe button.
I mean, it's free. We don't want to bill you for it. So that you get notified each time a new video goes live here on C4E Tech. And that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time. This here is Ash along with my co-host Sundar.
Leaving for the moment.
Have a nice day. I just wanted to do a soft outro for once. Tone it down. Soft. Enough. Since
there was this comment on one of your videos, like what happened to Ash at the end of the video.
Yeah. So now today it's like a soft outro. So now it's like mid-noon on a Sunday. We've got a test match. You guys are all chilled out. Yeah, we did scream a bit on Ash Answers, but now it's all like, go to sleep, guys. Go to sleep. Hit that subscribe button and go to sleep. Share the video and go to sleep. You know what? Don't go to sleep. Now go watch this video next. Do it. 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 Do it.